Every year, I like to look at my experience with gaming, what games I played, particularly the ones that came out that year, for example, 2023, what games came out this year. What was the best gaming experience and what I thought was the most anticipated title, blah, blah, blah. It's a question every video game critic and a reality gamer asks themselves and talks about. So I'll talk about my experience and what I thought were the best games I played that came out this year. This is also all my opinion. So I know there's people who don't like Sifu, and I'm sure there's somehow someone who loves Crossfire. So feel free to give your opinion in the comments down below. And with that out of the way, let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. Starting off with the good is Sifu, a martial arts game where you seek vengeance for your kung fu master father. You go through each level trying not to die in fear of a death counter which increases your age. Really cool concept and it's done very well. The game has a wonderful art style as well, which leads to some lovely visuals for boss fights and overall every part of the game. The combat feels smooth yet challenging and requires a player to sometimes take things slow and learn the mechanics. It makes you feel like a badass. Sifu is a wonderful game to honor a classic martial art movies, but it's not my game of the year. Neither is Evil Dead the game, which isn't nearly as good as all the stuff I've played, but was one of my most anticipated titles of the year. With asymmetrical gameplay and some fun, heavy combat, it does offer a good gameplay experience for about 20 to 30 hours. Both the undead or the evil and survivals are really fun to play as, and it has that Evil Dead charm. Great for the price point, but it lacks content and the variety that Dead for Daylight offers. Every game kind of feels the same when you play as the same survival or use the same strategy. Overall, it's a 7 out of 10. Now, my real game of the year is an obvious one if you watched my God of War Ragnarok review. I didn't even play Elden Ring, by the way, so I didn't get into the debate on God of War Ragnarok versus Elden Ring at the Game of the Year event. I simply just love this game. A perfect sequel with a wonderful story, improved gameplay somehow. I didn't think it was possible, and way better side quests. Serious improvement there. And a wonderful ending which wrapped everything up perfectly and allowed for more experimentation in the series for Atreus' story. And yes, I even loved the Atreus sections, and I found them a great way to spice up the gameplay, and also one of the best parts of the story. Issue though, it's definitely an opportunity for co op that they did not take. Seriously, capitalism, let's go buy this game. Now, let's talk about the bad. And that's going to be Crossfire X. What a piece of shit! At launch, had a huge lack of variety with its weapons and major glitches. On top of that, it's developed by Remedy. So, remember Anthem? Well, it's like that to Remedy. It is without a doubt my worst game of the year and still lacks variety and good maps. The story is also dumb as hell, which is especially sad to see from Remedy, as they've made some of the best compelling stories in gaming with, in my opinion, with Max Payne. What a shame, what a piece of shit, lacks soul and originality, and it's definitely the bad heel, my worst game of the year. Now to talk about the ugly. This was also an easy one to give, and it's gonna have to go to Diablo Immortal, the most scummy piece of shit cash grab game I've ever seen. It's paid to win to an extreme degree and pushes you as hard as it can to buy shit, leading some players to spend thousands of dollars on the game, meaning all your work and effort in this game, the grinding in Diablo, is completely worthless, as someone else can whip out their mommy's credit card and do the same thing in a few damn minutes. But not for a cheap price. I said thousands of dollars. Well, some smarter people, or maybe wealthy people, did some calculations, and it takes about 500,000 fucking dollars in USD to max out. Holy shit! It could be more due to gambling for rare items. So, Who knows? This is a whole new fucking level. What the hell? Like, it's scary. What is the future of gaming with this? Especially of mobile games. They will scum me, but this is a new level. It's disgusting. And I'll be honest, the gameplay itself, it isn't that bad. And that's why it's not my bad, but it's ugly. Its gameplay's better than Crossfire X, but this soul, this microtransactions is so disgusting that it's repulsive and it dissolves the ugly spot this year. Well, to say one good thing about the game, it does let you name your character bankruptcy, so that was pretty good. Well, I had a lot of fun making this video, and if you enjoyed it as well, please like or leave a dislike. I really don't care. YouTube doesn't show it anymore. And I guess we'll do this next year as well. And next video, nothing confirmed, but it's probably gonna be me screaming about some naughty ass shit.